I will teach you how to draw a hand. Not like this one, but something more stylized, something that will be will be good for your own style of illustration. But first, look what just got here. So I got the YouTube award for 100,000 subscribers, and that's very cool. It arrived today. It was supposed to arrive tomorrow, but here it is. So now I need to find a place to hang. I will keep in my desk, probably. And so thank you guys for the 100,000 subscribers. That is very cool. And I'm even wearing new jeans, new pants today because of that. I'm not going to show you my pants, but I'm wearing new pants. So here it is. It's real silver, for those who don't know. So let's talk about hands. Why hands are the nemesis of every artist. Why people think it's so hard to draw hands? Because it is hard. So let's take that out of the game. Hands are hard to draw. So you have to live with this. Because hands are the second most recognizable feature in the human body. So first we got the face, of course, and second we got the hands. That is why it's so easy to spot a badly drawn face or a badly drawn hand, because we are very used to seeing hands all the time. We are very used to seeing faces all the time. So when we see a hand that looks bad, we see it right away. That looks very bad. So how do you draw a cool hand? I'm gonna teach you. The secret to drawing hands is to simplify. So like everything when you are drawing, simplifying is the thing that you should do. But how you can simplify these weird shapes? Hands are very weird, right? We are so used to seeing hands, but it's actually kind of weird. Like we have tentacles, 10 tentacles. So yeah, hands are hard. But let's make it not so hard to draw today, okay? I'm not gonna teach you how to draw those hands because they are very, let's say it's a very classic way of drawing hands. It's the anatomy, it's very correct. And what I want to teach you today is not something like an academic style of hands. I want you to understand how hands work and apply it with your own style, okay? So first things first. First, you have to really understand how your hand works. So if you think about it, when you are drawing hands, let me hold this while I'm talking. If you notice, while I was drawing the hand, I had the reference right in front of me, my own hand. So what is easy, this part is easy, about drawing hands is that you have the reference on you. So if you don't remember something, how to draw something, you just look at your hand and make this like this, the same pose, and then you draw it. You see, there's a wrinkle there, there's a nail there. So you have the reference on you, so that's cool. But it is still good to have a reference, to look at references while you draw a hand, even if you have it in your own body, because you are probably drawing the mirror image. So it's good to have a mirror or a reference of other hands when you are drawing. Okay, so let's go to the page. Grab a pencil if you want. Grab something, piece of paper, and let's start. Let me turn the camera. It's like this. Okay. No, it's not this. Sorry. Let's position the camera. I'm from Brazil, if you are wondering. You guys are asking where I am from. I'm from Brazil, okay? A lot of people say that I'm French. I can't speak French. My wife can speak French, but I'm terrible. I'm not French. Look, it's so pretty. Let's start. You have a pencil? I will assume that you have a pencil. So I always start with the sketch. So remember I said you should simplify first. Look, this pencil is horrible. It's terrible. It's very tiny. But anyway, grab anything that you have. So let's simplify. I have the reference picture loaded here, and I'm looking at it. So first, let's simplify the shape of the hand. And with the sketch, you can be very loose, okay? So be very loose. I'm not used to talk while I'm drawing, but I have to get used to that because these are how things are today. You have to learn how to film it. You have to learn how to draw. You have to learn how to edit. You have to learn how to post it. And that's life, I guess. So start with very simple shapes. Let me put closer to you. Here. It's a very simple shape, right? This is the palm of the hand. I like to simplify using dividing the hand basically in three parts. The palm of the hand, the thumb, which will be around here, and the other fingers. So this will be an open hand, kind of holding something like this. Okay, it will be an open hand. So for the fingers, I just make indications of the fingers. So you have to simplify. If you start to draw a hand out of nowhere, unless you are a Marvel artist or some crazy artist that can draw everything from memory, unless you are one of those guys, it's very hard to draw without a sketch first. So here's my thumb. Look, this will make sense, I promise. This is my index finger, I guess. This is the middle finger. Here, middle finger. This is the ring finger. And this is the pinky. So always, well, you know that. You have a hand. I suppose you have a hand. So you know that the biggest finger, the longest, is the middle finger. Okay, so that will always be the case. So here, look how ugly this is, but it will make sense, I promise. Here I will indicate the wrist. So the wrist will be kind of here. But it looks like an open hand already, right? Yeah, it kind of looks like. So now you will indicate the joints. Here we have one, here, here. Indicate the joints with these balls, ugly balls. So here we have a very rudimentary sketch of a hand. And now we can start working on a more detailed sketch. So let's start with the thumb. So the thumb have this little cushion here. Don't worry about nails and wrinkles. And actually, I will not draw the details of the hand here. I will make a general shape and, well, you will see what I will do. I will make something very stylized, something in my style, not just a pretty hand. So here we have the thumb. I will draw faster because there's people watching. And when there's people watching, you have to make it interesting, which is not the reality when you are drawing. Sometimes it's very boring. But I will try to talk while I'm drawing, like Bob Ross. And maybe it will be interesting for you that is listening, or maybe not. If you have questions, you can leave it in the chat, and I will do my best to answer. Okay, so you can see it's starting to look like a hand. Yay! My audio is okay, right? Your guys listening well, right? Do you draw something else or only hands? I only draw hands. I can't draw anything else. Sometimes I draw feet. Sometimes I draw other hands that are not mine. No, I can draw other things. But I like hands because people say that it's hard to draw hands. And I like to show that it's not that hard. No, I like to show that it is hard. That is why it's cool to draw them. So if you noticed there, when you have an artist that have a very cool style, it's very common that that artist will have also an unique style of drawing hands. So today we are seeing a lot of illustrators that have as the main feature of their style like big hands, big feet. So that is becoming like the part of the style of the artist. And in my style, I also have give special attention to hands because, like I said, hands are very recognizable, and people they are very expressive. So hands can communicate a lot of things. So it's cool when you are developing your style to give special attention to hands instead of avoiding drawing them. Do you draw them? Let me see another question. Hello everyone, a wonderful sketch, thank you. Like life hack for drawing good hands is to only draw one hand. Yeah, that's the one life hack. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. If you ask me to draw the other hand, I will get in trouble. Because it's like drawing the other eye, right? Hello from Russia. Hello from Bosnia. Hello, guys. How are you? You are so far away from Brazil. So here's my first sketch. It's kind of, my hand is kind of fat, but now I will take another pencil and I will start to correct some things that I didn't like. Okay, someone say, people fall into the trap of feeling like that you have to draw all 5 fingers. Yeah, sometimes you don't need to draw every finger because they are not visible all the time, right? But you have to understand the shape of the hand. Instead of thinking about fingers, I will suggest thinking about the shape. How is the shape of the... It's like drawing the body. You have to understand how the body looks by itself, not how the hair look like, or how someone's shoulder look like. It's good to understand everything related to that, but you can study all of these separate parts, but if you don't understand how the body moves, you won't get the main action of the character, right? So, for example, let me draw here. If you have a character, the first thing that I do when I will draw a character, I find the line of action. So it's like the line of that goes from the head to the feet. So then I draw my head, then I make the angle of the shoulders, the hip, and everything like that. And then we start developing your character. So the first thing that I do is find this line of action. Then I start to develop the character. Let me see if someone said something else. It's a stylistic choice. I like it. Eclectic said. Yeah, it's about style. Because if you train, if you train, not the train that makes choo-choo, if you train a lot, you can draw a very realistic hand, but that's just training. If you want to give personality, then you can create your own style. So let's start painting. Okay, I'm using acrylic markers from Ohuhu. I'm really enjoying using these markers. I see a question here. Lucas, your cartoon art style is amazing. Thank you so much. So these are acrylic markers that I'm trying for a while now, and I really like it. You have to shake it like spray paint before you use it. I think that's cool. So this is black. I'm going to start painting. I hope this works. I'm going to do something first, because I don't want this just to be a hand. I'm going to do like this hand is holding like fire. Fire, fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. I'm going to draw some flames here over exposing my hand. So something like this. It will make sense, I promise. Hi, I'm 11 and I want to be an artist. And you are the best. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm not the best, but I try. I never talked so much while I'm drawing. This live stream thing is kind of new to me. But I'm kind of enjoying. I'm doing this kind of Bob Ross voice, this vibe. I don't know why. I think it's because drawing is relaxing and you get kind of groovy. So here I'm drawing my flame, my drawing is almost touching the the top of the paper, and I have room here at the bottom, but that's okay. We don't have Control Z, right? And the finger can be bent to the other side for effect. Yeah, it can. That's cool too. So let's start painting. I could paint this with acrylics, just with brush and paint, but for the sake of the tutorial, I believe it will be faster if I paint with the acrylic marker. And it will dry faster too, because even if I use acrylic paint, it takes a little bit of time to dry out. So that's why I'm doing with acrylic markers. And I would have to use a blow dryer and those kind of things. It will be annoying. What do you think? It's looking good? Macedonian. Wow, there's people all over the place. That is why I do this channel in English. Because a lot of people, when I started, said, why don't you do in Portuguese? Here in Brazil, we speak Portuguese. In Brazil, we have a huge YouTube community. There's a lot of people on YouTube here. There's a lot of YouTubers that only live from the audience in Brazil, and they are huge. But I saw people from other countries like Italy and Mexico doing content in English and reaching a much broader audience. For example, I think Gox Art, the YouTube channel Gox Art, is from Mexico, right? And he reaches a lot of people because his content is in English. Or Davey 504, he's from Italy, and he reaches the whole world because he do his videos in English. So I say to myself, I will do my videos also in English to reach people from Russia and Macedonia. What's the hand? So if you got here now, this is a hand. This is a hand. Someone say obrigado there. Yes. Obrigado means thank you. This is a hand in my style, so I'm doing a hand in my own style. That's why it looks weird. I'm painting it black because to give a cool effect too. Very dark color. Let me shake it a little more. No, it's not Venom. I'm using black because I'm only going to use 3 colors. You will see, it will make sense, I promise. And because I'm not doing a regular hand, I'm creating my own hand, my own style. So I could grab some charcoal and start drawing a very anatomically correct hand for you guys. Maybe I'll do that on another video. But if you go on YouTube, you can find a lot of tutorials teaching how to do that, right? So my idea here is creating a hand that is cool in my style. I will do some ASMR. I will leave the mic here. Let me know. Oh, here it's the mic. Let me know if you guys can. Let me know if you guys can listen. Can you listen to that? It's cool or it's annoying? I guess it's annoying. No, the mic was very close. I put on myself again. The mic was already very close, so I think my black marker is running out of paint, guys, because I use a lot of black. Ah. So I will leave with this. This is some spots without painting because I think that gives you kind of a cool vibe. So now I will let it dry a little bit and I will grab the orange marker to do the flame and the purple to do a few details. And no, this is not permanent marker. This is acrylic marker. I love working with acrylic. It's kind of the traditional tool that I love the most. Yeah, and black is the first to finish, right? Let me blow a little bit. It's drying. From here, I'm almost finished because this part will be quicker. You guys will see. So let it dry a little bit. While it's drying, I will start making the flame. So this flame is also in my own style. It's kind of, I use these angular shapes. It's part of my kind of quirky style. So here it is. Let's paint that too. I started my style doing things more realistic, but after a while I got a little bored with it. So I started to do these different things, these crazy things, and it's more interesting in my opinion. It's not boring for me as an artist. Gouache is really popular in Europe because I see every artist use gouache. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I see that alcohol markers are very popular. I have a lot of them, thanks to Ohuhu. I like to use markers for when I want to draw something very quick. So I use the alcohol markers because you have like you are doing a sketch when you are using a marker. It feels like you are doing a sketch. So I like that feeling. I was going to do a half hour live stream, but I just saw that I got to a half an hour just now, but I'm going to finish in just like 5 minutes. This I hope. Someone say hola. Hola. What's your favorite color? So my daughter asks me this almost every day. So I like every color, but like my brand, if we are going to talk about that, my brand is I always use blue. Not because like blue is my favorite color, but it's because I like blue to be associated with the things I do. So when you see blue here, I put a kind of a ring. Put a ring on it, like Beyonce. So I use blue all the time. Yeah, so I guess it's my favorite color. So I will use now a white marker, white acrylic marker, and I hope it works. Are you from USA? No, I'm not from USA, the greatest country in the world. I'm from Brazil. So I will draw the nail here. Very carefully because I don't have Control Z. I'm on traditional. Here, the nail. I will draw only that nail. And here we have an overlapping line from the palm of the hand. So I will draw this here, like this. Okay. I will draw an overlapping line from the finger too. I think it will look very stylish. Maybe it's an overlapping line here, like here, to indicate, to separate one finger from the other. Like here. Yeah, looks better that way. What art materials do you recommend for beginners? So, like I said, the acrylic, the alcohol markers, they feel like you're doing a sketch. So these guys. So I think it's cool for beginners. And also digital art, right? Because you have endless possibilities and you have Control Z. So I'll make the overlapping line of the flame there. I will make this purple a little stronger to appear a little more here. So this is kind of something a little more stylistic than drawing just a hand. And I'm gonna to do also like a box. So this is going to be, I will have to be very careful because this is permanent. So I will do something like this, something like this, something like this. Just making a frame like this. Then I'm gonna turn it, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm going to make something like this, right? I have to be careful not to smudge the paint with my hands. That would be something very stressful. And I've done that before. Smudge the paint with your hand. Everybody does that. So now I'm going to do this. gonna do the whew. And now here. It was relaxing until now. Now it's getting stressful. Now here, behind, behind, behind. Whoosh. So there's a little bit of residual sketch, but I will erase it after the paint is dry. So someone said "sou pobre," which means I'm poor. Why? What this has to do with this hand? So here we have an stylistic hand. Let me show you from another angle. Here. Kind of cool. It's like a logo or something like that, right? So let me go back here to me. Yeah, so here is, let me push this light over there. So here is the hand that we drew. Is an stylistic choice, as I said, is not anatomically correct, let's say, hand, but it gives you the idea of a hand. And when you look at it, you see that the shape is right and it does not look weird, but although it is of a different style. As I said before, I could draw one of these hands. Very detailed. Let me show you from up close. For these guys, I use it charcoal. Or this. Like, these are like studies that I did using charcoal. So we could draw one of these hands, but if you look for tutorials online, you will find how to draw these hands. But you will not find how to draw this hand. Like an stylistic kind of hand. So I would suggest you start developing your style and maybe develop your own way of drawing hands, right? That would be cool. And then when you draw a character, you will draw the same kind of style of hand. This is my style of hand, and this is this angular, like pointy and quirky style is how I draw hands every time. So we will do a very long live, like at least an hour long. I don't know, maybe. I like this format very of half an hour, but maybe I will do a longer live. Okay, guys, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next live. I will continue doing lives, so stay tuned and subscribe and do all the things that you should do. You know what? And keep watching the shorts. I will do more long form content here on YouTube, and leave your suggestions in the comments, because I always read the comments, right? So thanks again for the 100,000 subscribers. That's very cool. There's a mirror there. Are you guys seeing? Here, my phone. So that happened today, so it's very cool. And I see you guys in the next video. How I close this thing, I don't know, because it's my first time, but I think it's here. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.